and today I'm joined by...
Ya vemos, por fin, directo de la 2.7. Vamos como de la calidad. Como un poquito de calidad rápido. Ahora te quito, Yelan. Y el Taibito.
Oh, right, yeah, gotcha.
Oh, sonrojó y todo el Taibito.
Judging from the lovely image we have here, there'll be lots of other characters also making appearances this time around, so I'm sure it's going to be quite the party.
Ojo, se vienen cositas.
And travelers will definitely be seeing some familiar faces appearing alongside our new characters as we all delve into the chasm.
The chasm, very mysterious.
Yeah, I'm already super excited and I'm sure everyone else is too, so let's kick things off.
Por cierto,
with our brand new
traduciría,
trailer for version
pero no quiero
2.7,
interrumpir mucho.
In Dreams.
Igual traduzco alguna que otra cosa, no prometo nada. Pero intentaré no interrumpir mucho y demás, así disfrutamos de todo lo que se venga porque ya tardaba. Y vamos con el trailer.
I first met Yelan when she was very young. Even back then, she was extremely tough, and she kept her cards close to her chest.
The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be transferred here, so I could finally learn the truth of what happened back then.
Oh, estaba KUKI también ahí.
If you stay here too long,
XIAO.
this space may well devour you.
Does that mean even XIAO can't sense our presence here?
Hasta XIAO. Uy, está todo el grupo.
Seems to have been activated inside the fantastic compass.
¿Y eso?
I fear that this problem underground is bigger than we thought.
Just focus on taking care of yourself.
Oh, vamos, Yelan. Se viene. No he visto nada de ella. A ver los movimientos. Ojo, pataditas. Y... Bueno. Nice.
Gotcha. Busted. Here comes the catch.
Oh, qué buenos movimientos y KUKI. Por fin.
Our bond is strong. Stand with me. Lightning purified.
Oh, nice. No había visto nada de los movimientos, no me había spoileado nada. Se ve muy bueno todo. ¿Y este dominio?
No way.
Una sombra similar a XIAO.
Something's not right. Something's wrong with this domain.
Lumi?
Leave now. Get out of there.
I lured you here to this underground space because I found your weakness. Die here.
¿Qué está pasando? Ok. Tiene toda mi atención esta versión. Ok, primer código. Seguramente los estaré dejando en la descripción cuando vean el video. Y también habré subido un video anteriormente con todos los códigos ahí ya colocaditos, así que no se preocupen. Y bueno, muy interesante este primer tráiler, todo lo que hemos visto. Me encantan los movimientos que tiene Yelan y KUKI. No los había visto nada, como mencionaba. No me he spoileado nada de los movimientos, ni de las animaciones, ni nada. Y ahora supongo los veremos más a detalle, así que... Intrigado me tiene la historia cómo va a avanzar en The Chas, en la cima. Y qué hace todo este grupete junto. Bastante variado, pero... Intrigado me tiene. Ah, y por cierto... Arataki Itto y KUKI Shinobu en la cima estaban, entonces no sé qué va a pasar, pero me interesa.
Ooh, how dramatic was that?
Yeah, for real. Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. XIAO's voice sounded a little odd in the trailer, so I hope
Por
he's
cierto,
okay.
entiendo algo de inglés, así que no se preocupen. Más o menos entiendo.
It looks like we also get to see some more of Lumine or Ether, depending on which twin you chose. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, we have so much stuff to introduce to everyone today.
I'm pretty sure that everyone's waiting to see all these new characters and what their new event wishes
Sí,
will
por
be.
favor,
So let's get started with that.
muéstrenos bien las habilidades y movimientos de los personajes. A ver,
In the
¿quién viene
early
primero?
part of version 2.7,
Bueno,
our new playable character
al banner
Yelan
primero.
will be appearing in her own event wish. At the same time, our old buddy XIAO will also be
Ya estaba
returning for a
medio
rerun in his event wish.
previsto este banner.
That's me.
Yo no sé qué voy a hacer porque quiero a Itto, pero Yelan es que es Yelan y...
KUKI Shinobu in his own
No
event
sé.
wish.
Oh, KUKI Shinobu. She's a dreamboat. She can do anything.
Also, in terms of weapons,
Hola,
travelers
Quito
can
de
expect
Yelan.
to see an all-new weapon
Nice.
banner featuring the new 5-star bow.
No sé qué haré
Aqua,
todavía, no sé qué banner le
Simulacrum,
tiraré, no sé si
and
tiraré
that
a
covers the new
ambos,
event
pero bueno,
wishes for
suscríbanse
version
para no
2.7.
perdérselo,
Next,
porque
we have a quick trailer to
saben
give
que
us
hay
a
muchos
preview
memes y
of the
demás, así
first
que
of our
en
new
esos videos
characters,
no se los quieren
Yelan.
perder seguramente.
Roll tape.
Échenle un vistazo a los viejos del canal, por si no los han visto, a los videos de tiradas, porque van a estar muy buenos. Y bien, Yelan. A ver qué tal está la trama de Yelan, y no la que están pensando, porque seguramente tenga su propia story quest. Muy buenos movimientos, por cierto. Que tira pataditas con el arco, nice. ¡Oh! ¡Qué bueno que se ve eso! Como que va tejiendo una red.
Hello,
Y lo utiliza
traveler.
para
Call me
lanzar
Yelan.
un poco el
I
arco.
think you may need my help.
Está muy bueno.
And I just so happen to be interested in some information you have. In other words, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Ok. Ok, señorita Yelan.
Oh, I like that
Por cierto, ¿cómo hacía
dice
para que no se le
I
cayera
really
esa
like when
campera
it turns
de la espalda?
invisible. It's like my favorite part.
Yeah, I love how swift her movements are. Like, ooh.
And that dash, yeah, super cool.
Se sonroja y todo el tabibito.
And what a silky smooth voice.
Aw, shucks.
So many of you may already recognize Yelan from when she appeared in the chasm. Her archery
Efectivamente.
skills are pretty impressive.
Apareció por primera vez en
Laura, would you mind
la
lifting
cima,
the veil on this mysterious
con la misión del
character?
gusano y demás.
Of course. Yelan is the mysterious owner of the Yenshang Tea House in Liyue.
Definitely not the first mysterious tea house owner we've met.
That's right. Would you look at that? Seems like running a tea house can be a pretty confrontational job in Teyvat.
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, though, being a tea house owner is not the only identity Yelan has. In fact, you could say that Yelan is a person with many different faces. She relies on her acting skills to naturally blend into any social setting, pull some strings to guide the course of events, and then, poof, disappear before anyone's noticed. Her activities have taken her across the other nations of Teyvat, and even to the Abyss.
All right, nice. So she also travels around Teyvat, like the traveler.
Yeah.
Ella también es una viajera,
Dangerous looking than her.
como el viajero.
The traveler can be dangerous.
Well, Yelan prefers the thrill of exploring dangerous places and living on the edge a little.
Ok, es toda una loquilla
If
Yelan.
you ask me,
Le gusta
Yelan
el
is
peligro.
starting to sound more like a special agent type of character.
Well, sounds like you are following the clues, Zach. Yelan is actually a special intelligence officer that reports to Ningguang, and she serves as a reliable line of defense in protecting Liyue. Even those
¿Trabaja para
on the
Ningguang?
inside like Ganyu don't know the full extent of Yelan's duties.
So in other words,
Ganyu la
Yelan
conoce.
works under Ningguang?
Kinda, but I wouldn't put it quite like that. To Yelan, her relationship with Ningguang
Trabaja,
isn't
pero no
about
trabaja
rank,
para
it's
Ningguang.
more about a collaboration. Ningguang arranges dangerous work, and Yelan brings her the resulting intel.
This sounds so secretive. I'm kind of curious about how these two started working together.
Yeah, me too.
Es como una
Yeah,
relación de
well,
trabajo
we'll
para
just
vos,
have
pero
to
no
wait and
trabajo para vos.
see. Speaking of her work, Yelan keeps tabs on any extraordinary individuals she comes across and
Por
puts
cierto,
them on a list.
luego subiré
It wouldn't
al
surprise
canal
me if you
también.
even found the traveler on her list, and that she's been keeping a close eye on them.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious?
Maybe not. Anyway, as someone who works in special intelligence,
Como iba a
Yelan
decir,
is a master of disguise and an
luego
expert
subiré
at seeing
el
through
trailer
people
con las
and
voces en japonés.
understanding what
Vamos a
they're
reaccionar también, así que
So,
suscríbanse
if
para
you'd
no
like to see
perdérselo.
how Yelan operates in tough scenarios and works to uncover the truth, then be sure to check out her story quest, Umbrabilis
La story quest, ahí está la
Orchestra,
trama de Yelan.
dropping in version 2.7.
Sweet. Okay, so now that we've heard a little bit about Yelan's background, how about we talk about her combat capabilities?
Let's do it.
Ok, habilidades de
Yelan wields
combate.
a bow
Vamos a
and
ver.
manipulates a hydro vision, and in combat, she's a hydro DPS character that combines rapid attacks with agile mobility.
Hidro
She's
DPS.
an expert at weaving
Pensaba
in
que
and
era
out of
support.
dangerous situations by swiftly
Según había
moving
escuchado.
across the battlefield and rejoining the fray with powerful attacks.
Qué buenos movimientos que tiene.
Agile. You know, she may move as
Con el arco
gracefully as
está
a flower
espectacular.
petal in the wind, but do not cross her. She is a beast with that bow.
Es una bestia con
After
el
a
arco.
short time out of combat, Yelan will enter a breakthrough state, which will cause her next charged aim shot to have decreased charge time. And once charged, she can fire a breakthrough barb that will deal AoE hydro damage. Yelan's speed becomes quickly apparent in her elemental skill, Lingering Lifeline.
Nice.
Tapping or holding the skill button allows her to move rapidly using her lifeline, marking opponents along her path. When her rapid move
Qué buena que
ends,
está esa
the
habilidad.
lifeline will explode, dealing hydro damage to marked
Está
targets.
muy, muy
Yelan
buena. Me
also has a
encanta.
fixed chance to reset her breakthrough state based on the number of opponents marked.
Ooh, cool. So we better try to mark a whole crowd of enemies to maximize the damage.
Mm-hmm. Her elemental burst, Depth Clarion Dice, deals AoE hydro damage and creates wondrous dice, which aid her in battle.
O la
The
ulti.
dice follow the character around and will initiate a
Que saca
coordinated
como todos
attack
esos
when your active
hilos,
character uses
hidro.
a normal attack.
Muy
And
buena.
each time Yelan's lifeline explodes and hits
Y la
opponents.
animación está espectacular.
With Yelan's passive talent, Adapt
Con los
Heat,
dados.
the active character's damage increases over time while the dice are active.
I'm telling you, do not mess with her. She sounds gnarly. Sounds like she could also fill a solid support role, too.
Totally.
Absolutely, yeah. Yelan also has another passive talent called Turn Control, which causes Yelan's max HP to be increased based on the number of elemental types that are present in the party. And finally, because of Yelan's understanding of the Liyue region, she gains increased rewards when dispatched on a Liyue expedition for 20 hours.
Ah, that makes sense.
Of course, even after sharing all this information, Yelan still has a lot of secrets. Travelers will have to spend more time with Yelan on their journey to learn more about her. She'll also be making an appearance in the new Archon Quest Interlude chapter coming in version 2.7. We'll have more details on that shortly, so don't miss it.
Nice.
Muy
And
curioso.
now, I think it's about time we
Estoy
introduce
por
our
esa
second new
misión de Arconte
character,
que se viene.
KUKI Shinobu. Oh, she's
Oh,
the
Goku.
pride and joy of the
Goku.
Arctic.
Escúchenme.
Second to
KUKI.
Ito, of course. So let's see her in action.
A ver, a ver. La ninja del grupo de Arataki. Qué bonita que se ve sin la máscara. Nice los movimientos. Me encanta el outfit que tiene, está espectacular. Estilo ninja, muy bueno. Oh, son como unos talismanes o... Oh, y se reparten después del final del combo o algo así.
Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
Muy bueno. A ver, es de 4 estrellas, no es tan espectacular los movimientos en comparación a un personaje de 5, pero se ve muy bueno.
I love the way she looks, like her
Me
color
gusta
scheme,
mucho.
and of course the green hair and the mask. Like, she looks super capable.
Me too. Yeah, no, I love her design. I love that, like, lightning
Sí, el
flowing
diseño está
around her and the
espectacular.
swords,
Como
the way
dice el
they go up in
Tabibito,
the air
está
and
espectacular el
go
diseño.
down.
Well, you guys can see why she'd be an obvious addition to the Arataki gang. She's just that good. All right, leave the introduction to me, will you? Only after getting to know Shinobu can you really begin to fathom how important she is to the entire Arataki gang. KUKI Shinobu knows how to do almost anything and is constantly rescuing the boss, aka Itto, and fellow gang members from
Que siempre está
dangerous
rescatando a Itto.
situations. With her help, the little wandering gang of misfits in Hanamizaka has become a skilled crew capable of taking on any kind of commission.
Oh, I think I see who's really running things in the gang.
Está muy bueno que
So
es
the
como
real
un látigo la
question here
habilidad
is, why
Elect.
would someone as competent as Shinobu ever choose to join the Arataki gang?
Well, what are you trying to say, Zach?
Oh, you know what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm not exactly sure, but, you know, let's move on. Anyway, we need to track the start of Shinobu's
Me encantan
story
los
back
diálogos
to
que tienen
her
los personajes.
family. Turns out that her family has traditionally served as shrine maidens to Narukami for who knows how long.
So you're saying she went from a strict family of shrine maidens to joining the Arataki gang?
Yeah, is that so surprising?
That's a pretty big 180.
Well, it just goes to show how much she's changed. When she was younger, Shinobu was sent as an understudy to the Grand Narukami Shrine, but after a certain incident, she started to doubt whether she was really suited for the strict life of a shrine maiden. So
¿Cuál incidente?
Shinobu decided to leave the path of her family behind and search for a path of her own. Out of curiosity and personal interest, she took the initiative to learn a variety of crafts and skills, and it wasn't long before she obtained many certificates. So many, in fact, that she can't even fit all her qualifications.
Tengo curiosidad por escuchar sus voces en japonés.
Shinobu even went to study law in Liyue, which is when she met Yanfei.
So they know each other. Yanfei has some pretty random acquaintances.
¿Conoce a Yanfei también?
Shinobu's had the chance to meet many people along the course of her studies, but because she wanted a free work environment, she's rejected countless work opportunities. She even passed on an opportunity from Kujo Tengu to work in the Tenryou Commission.
Wait, they know each other too?
Mm-hmm. And guess who she chose to be
Pero conoce
with?
medio mundo.
You can guess.
Ningguang?
It's the Arataki gang!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For some reason.
I'm so excited.
It's great.
Okay, moving on.
Pobrecito, le hacen bullying.
Moving on. Alright, if you're interested in learning more about KUKI Shinobu and the Arataki gang, and I know you are, then be sure to check out Shinobu's very own hangout event in version 2.7.
Oh, va a tener unas
Not
citas.
only will you get to see a day in the life of the Arataki gang,
Pero me interesan.
exciting as
Más de
that,
lo normal.
but you'll also get to learn a lot more about Shinobu's past. And that's
Me
about
gusta
all
mucho
I
el
can say for
personaje.
now.
Se ve muy bueno.
Travelers will have to check out the event to learn more.
Así que esta va a ser una de las citas que voy a hacer con ganas.
Now let's see the Arataki
No
gang's
sé ustedes.
deputy leader kicking some butt in battle.
Woo.
KUKI Shinobu is a support character who wields a sword and uses her
es
electro
una
vision to
support.
both heal teammates and deal continuous damage
Cura.
from off the battlefield. She can do it all. Her unique skills allow her to sacrifice her own HP in combat in order to heal other party members.
Sacrifica su vida para
So sweet of her.
It's
curar a los demás del
selfless.
equipo.
It's generous. When she uses her elemental
Curioso,
skill
pero-
sanctifying ring, she sacrifices a certain portion of her HP
A ver cómo
to create
funciona
a
eso.
brass ring of sanctification that'll heal friendly characters within it and deal continuous electro damage to surrounding opponents. After unlocking the passive talent Heart's Repose, her elemental skills healing and damage will be boosted based on Shinobu's elemental mastery. With another passive talent, Breaking Free, when Shinobu's HP is low, her healing bonus is increased.
So travelers will need to monitor her HP when using her
cura más o
skill.
menos vida
You
tenga.
don't want it to be too low, but at the same time, lower is
Están geniales los
also better.
movimientos estilo niño, me encanta.
Definitely, yes. Shinobu's elemental burst, Gyoe Narukami Kariyama Right, creates a special field in front of her that deals continuous electro damage to opponents within it. And it goes without saying that Shinobu is amazing at carrying out expeditions. With the passive talent Protracted Prayers, she gains increased rewards when dispatched on an Inazuma expedition for 20 hours. So she knows how to bring home...
Igual que Yelan, la pasiva.
It is.
En
It's very
exploración,
tasty. Let
te
me
trae
tell you,
más
man,
cosas
Itto sure is lucky
por
to have
dejarla más
such
tiempo
a
explorando.
capable deputy leader. But the feeling is mutual, and Shinobu feels the members of the gang are also super important to her. They are her true family members, regardless
Solo que
of her
KUKI lo hace
relationship.
en Inazuma y
Although
Yelan en
Shinobu
Liyue.
has to bail them out of trouble over and over again.
Curioso.
The gang is the only place she feels truly free and at peace.
I think it's great that they found each other.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I hope everyone is feeling pretty
Ahora
excited
queda ver
for
los
these new
eventos.
characters. Oh boy, we covered a lot there.
Yeah, definitely a lot. So, I think it's about time we roll out our next redemption code.
Otro código.
Redemption code. Roll out
Se viene.
the redemption code.
Y como digo, los códigos estarán seguramente en la descripción. Y antes habré subido un video seguro para que los tengan ahí todo separadito, ordenadito, con el link a la página de Genshin para canjearlos y demás. Así que don't worry. Y como decía, bueno, antes que nada, muy buena imagen. Y ahora sí, lo que iba a decir, tengo mucha curiosidad por escuchar las voces en japonés. Así que si quieren escucharlas, nuevamente lo digo, porque seguramente muchos se saltan el video, así que lo voy a decir varias veces. Después de subir el directo y demás, subiré la reacción a lo que sería el trailer, pero con las voces en japonés y subtítulos en español y todo bien bonito, para el disfrute de todo otaku que esté viendo esto y disfrute de las voces en japonés al igual que yo. Por ende, ahí lo dejo. Y yo no sé qué voy a hacer todavía porque quiero tirar por Arataquito, pero Mamu Yelan es Mamu Yelan y no puedo decirle que no. Así que si están interesados en ver qué va a pasar, nuevamente invitados que a suscribirse para no perdérselo, porque ya saben que esos videos llevan muchos memes y demás y quedan muy divertidos. Vamos con los eventos.
Our first event not only includes our new Archon Quest interlude chapter, but will also contain a new challenge game mode.
Gratis.
The event's called Perilous Trail.
Porque me hacen falta lanzas a mí.
Archon Quest will be featuring a very unique cast of characters as Yanfei, Yelan, Itto, and Shinobu team up with the Traveler when they become stranded
todo el equipo.
deep in the chasm.
Curioso que sea una misión de Arconte, no me esperaba misión de Arconte en esta versión. Pero me gusta.
Investigation, you say, Because there's a lot of history and secrets buried within the chasm, including the story of how the people of Liyue fought off monsters 500 years ago. Yelan has been monitoring this place for quite some time, trying to find out the truth of what happened back then. It turns out that this piece of history is also related to her origins.
The mystery. Yeah, the group will also
Mucho
find
misterio en la
themselves facing a crisis in the chasm and will have to survive together in what will definitely be a thrilling experience.
¿Cómo?
So from what's been revealed in the previous version, we know that there is a deep connection between the Yakshas and what happened in the chasm. It even seems that our vigilant Yaksha Xiao has some obsession with the area. It'll be interesting to see why he's in the chasm and what
Xiao está obsesionado con el área de la cima por algún motivo y tendremos que descubrir el porqué.
As travelers play through the Archon Quest, the combat challenge Realms of Guile and War will also gradually become available. Travelers will need to constantly defeat enemies within a challenge domain. Completing 3 challenges will be counted as a round.
Okay, este es el primer eventito.
Will consist of 3 rounds, and the last domain will have 6 rounds. What's unique about this event is that after each round, you have to rearrange your party according to the domain's rules.
For example, in the Direcliff Court domain, only one member of the current party can be selected to continue on, while everyone else will enter recuperation mode and will be unable to fight.
Bueno, curioso evento de combate, nunca están de más, me gustan.
2 characters will be selected at random and will be unable to continue the fight.
Interesting. So it looks like travelers will need to be prepared to face a variety of scenarios.
Yeah,
nice,
but I'm sure travelers will come up with some teams and strategies to handle
evento de combate con algunas mecánicas un poquito diferentes a las normales o las que ya hemos tenido, así que bien, bien, me sirve.
Leveled up quite so many.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I know I gotta level up a lot of my characters. So it's important we mention that each of the domains will also have multiple trial characters prepared for travelers to use. And additionally, travelers may select and equip 3 stratagems per combat round that will provide buffs in battle.
Ok, cartitas que nos dan buffos.
Travelers may consume stratagem shards they've collected in battle to redraw stratagems, or select a previously equipped stratagem for continued use. Stratagem shards may even be used to redeploy downed characters. With the help of all of these supporting mechanics, travelers can confidently try the challenges with different combinations of characters.
Yeah, and in addition to exchangeable rewards in the event shop,
ahí acabamos de ver un Kazuha daño físico.
En ese video. On the event page.
Curioso de ver, la verdad.
Include an event exclusive 4-star bow called Fading Twilight.
Ooh, fancy.
Sounds
Ahí está el arquito gratis que nos van a dar.
Got to check out this event.
Oh, I definitely will.
Con sus materiales de mejora.
Our next event is called a Muddy Bazaar Adventure. This one also takes place down in the chasm.
Ok, otro evento de...
So mysterious.
En la cima, al parecer, purificar esas zonas que ya hemos ido purificando anteriormente. Pero con recompensas y alguna cosilla más, intuyo yo.
In this event, we will have to deal with constantly oozing dark mud, as well as monsters that have been strengthened by its effects.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah. With the help of Persina Spike, we'll need to clear the mud, weaken and defeat monsters, and let the spike purify the surrounding area while energizing itself. Attacks from monsters will disable the spike, so travelers must be sure to protect it. Also, when the spike is operating normally, using blooming light with a lumenstone adjuvant of a certain level will clear out nearby oozing concretions, granting the spike additional energy and speeding up the charging process.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice. As the event progresses through different phases, uses for the spike will also change. For example, the spike could release shockwaves at intervals that attack opponents and dispel the buffs that those opponents possess.
Mientras nos atacan y demás.
Will change throughout the event.
Está bien.
In some challenges, travelers may have to defeat the enemies in a limited amount of time, while in others, travelers will have to escort a hot air balloon to its destination while clearing out dark mud along the way. In the last phase of the event, travelers will have to clear dark mud and defeat monsters to reach a high score.
También va a haber que llevar el carrito ese de las misiones diarias.
Will appear and travelers may defeat them to earn more points.
Travelers will need to be careful of the dark mud as it drains HP and affects our ability to move.
Bueno, se ve interesante el evento este, ¿eh? Ojalá tenga dificultad, es lo único que pido. Para que sea más interesante y entretenido.
Remember how I said that Shinobu studied law in Liyue before? Well, to celebrate her graduation, we're holding a special event. The almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum Along Festival. Which, in case you didn't catch that, is going to be another rhythm game event.
Un mini festival de Aratakito.
Rhythm game.
Rhythm game. Rhythm game.
Y nos van a regalar ese tamborcito musical, parece ser.
From the previous music games, this time, travelers will be receiving a drum. So the game will be changing to a playstyle that is a little more suitable for a percussive feel.
It'll probably be best if we just show the travelers how it works.
A quien le guste la música bien. Yo no he usado los instrumentos desde que salieron, pero... Estos eventos están divertidos, la verdad. Es una tontería, pero al menos a mí me divierten. Oh, ese temazo. Oh, es diferente la mecánica.
Alright, it's like one of the semicircle style ones.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Okay, so you gotta use two hands.
Ojo.
Alright.
I mean, some people do the
es diferente el evento musical este, me gusta.
Yeah, it's tough for me.
We're seeing a lot of single notes.
Yep, we got the taps and we got the holds.
We got tippy taps
so
and the holds.
And then we have the double notes too.
Y con el temazo de Arataki, espectacular. Pero se ve bastante complejo, ¿eh?
I'm really loving this.
Parece un buen reto, me gusta. Ojo, Arataki haciendo beatbox. Pero bueno. ¿Qué nivel? Ok, Arataki tiene poderes de beatbox al parecer también. Dato exclusivo del directo. Pero se ve muy complejo esto. Al menos para mí. Ya tiene todo mi interés este eventillo. No sé qué opinan ustedes. Encima es un temazo el del trailer de Aratakito.
Time to shine.
Oh, how fun is that? Oh man, that looks so fun to play.
Well,
considering that travelers might be playing the rhythm game on a variety of different devices, the designers have so kindly implemented a lag calibration function. This means travelers can calibrate their device by tapping the screen when they hear the accented pf, and can adjust the decision line until it roughly coincides with the note.
Esto le va a ser útil a muchos.
By making these little adjustments,
para calibrarlo según el lag y demás.
For each of their individual devices and playing habits.
Also, we'll be able to adjust the note falling speed as well as the volume of the button sound when pressed. Additionally, more detail was given to how the system determines whether each note is counted as successfully hit or missed. In this music game, travelers will have access to all three difficulties from the very beginning. So, travelers who are more confident in their drumming skills, such as myself, can clear the higher difficulties and still be able to collect the corresponding rewards for completing the lower.
Cuéntenme en los comentarios qué les están pareciendo a ustedes los eventos de esto. A mí, de momento, me están gustando. Mejores que los de la versión en la que estamos ahora.
Oh, cool.
En términos generales,
That is
lo
pretty
están
cool.
siendo.
Travelers can freely edit the note positions in these tunes to create their own beat maps of the game's musical scores, which can then be shared with other people.
Nice.
Of course,
Oh.
in order to share your tunes with
Más
others,
opciones para crear
you will
música.
first be required to play the song and reach a specific rank to generate the share code.
And finally, travelers will also find some
Curioso.
special gifts and
Se ve
messages
bueno.
left by
Habrá
some
que
familiar
probarlo.
friends at the festival. So don't forget to check those out.
Oh, I will.
Oh, I know you will.
All right, and last but not least, we have another interesting event. The aim of the event? Create a robot.
Bet nobody saw that
Evento de
one
crear un
coming.
robot.
That's right, travelers will receive a material collector from a toy merchant from Fontaine.
¿Qué?
There are a total of 3 processes you must complete. Number 1, source material collection. Number 2, elemental charge. And number 3, core activation. Completing these processes will produce a robotic furnishing that can be placed in the Serenity Pot.
The robots can have a variety of possible model types and animations, which will be determined by what you do during the 3 processes we just mentioned. There's even a chance to produce a special furnishing that can perform all 3 animations.
Oh, nice. During the event, travelers will be able to claim a total of 4 robots.
Ok, como que no me cuadra mucho el robot
If, say, you were unable to produce
en
the model you
Genshin.
wanted, you can use the trade function to send requests and obtain the product model that you need.
So,
Pero ok.
who's excited
Un
to
robot.
make some robots?
¿Podemos crear un robot?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what everyone makes in this event. And that's
Okay.
it for the new events in version 2.7.
No me lo esperaba en lo absoluto.
Next, we have some
Pero se
important
ve
system updates
divertido,
and
qué sé yo.
optimizations coming
Habrá
to
que
the game.
probarlo.
First, to help travelers on their adventures, the system designers have added challenge feature tips to the beginning of some high-level material domains. These will include some suggestions on how to quickly defeat the monsters in the domain.
Bueno, para quienes tengan dificultades para enfrentarse a los últimos niveles de los dominios, se lo van a facilitar con consejos y demás.
Next, the system designers will be providing some detailed tips to help players train and strengthen their characters. When players open the character
Oh,
talents menu,
esto era lo de que también iban a
added
dar
talent
información de qué
reference
priorizar
button to see
en,
talent
qué priorizar en cada
priority
personaje a la hora de
recommendations
subirlo y
based on
demás.
actual data of other
También va a
active
ser muy
players.
útil.
And by pressing the attribute reference button in the character artifacts menu, players can see the main attribute usage statistics for each artifact slot. The system designers wish to give everyone more intuitive data to reference while choosing how to strengthen
Qué
each
bueno.
of your characters.
Qué bueno todo eso que han agregado.
Make it easier.
The talent reference button looks super convenient. Like, it seems like it would be really helpful.
Pero
if you
mejoren
have
las
all the
probabilidades de que
facts
le
so you don't
toquen
know which
substats
one of
buenos
them.
en los
You can
artefactos,
see
por
what
favor.
everybody else has, like, done in the
Dios
past.
mío.
Oh, totally. Anyways, we also
Qué frustrante
have
que es recoger
another
artefactos.
update regarding the game's music. During version 2.7, we will be releasing a new OST album, Millilith's Watch.
Oh, nuevo
which
álbum musical.
includes
Bueno,
all the music composed by the
a ver, es un
Hoyos
lujo la
for
música
the
de
new
Genshin, todo hay que
Chasm
decirlo.
area.
Ooh, sounds cool.
Pero
My favorite part of any game is the
también hay que
soundtrack,
decir
so
que
I'm
después de
looking forward to
escucharlo
it.
800.000 veces,
Okay,
jugando diario al
next
juego y
we have
demás,
a new
satura un
collaboration
poquito.
to announce to everyone.
Pero que está buena la
Genshin
música,
Impact will be
está
teaming
muy
up
buena.
with the Funko
Eso no se
brand
puede
to
negar.
release a series of Genshin Impact Funko Pops.
Bueno, Funkos.
Yeah. The first
A ver,
wave will feature figurines
en lo
of
personal para mí,
Paimon, Ether,
como
the
free to
one
play.
high voice, and Lumine.
Muy bonito los Funko y todo lo que quieras, pero no le meto plata al juego, le voy a meter por a Funkos. Pero a quien le guste, ahí los tienen. Oficiales.
You won't have to wait for the next redemption code.
Y el último código. Ok, en términos generales, los eventos se ven súper interesantes. En especial ese de música me llamó demasiado la atención. Y qué bueno que estén expandiendo las mecánicas y cosillas que están añadiendo al juego. Si bien no es tan centrado el 100% de ello en lo que sería mecánica de combate y demás, pero están abriendo los horizontes a diferentes cosillas y poco a poco vamos viendo mejorías, en mi opinión, así que está bien, está bien. Y estos eventos, como mencionaba antes, en términos generales se ven mejores que los de la versión en la que estamos ahora. Las cosas como son, se ven mucho más interesantes y bueno, hay que probarlos obviamente primero para decir la última palabra, pero están muy muy buenos a mi parecer desde lo que vimos acá en el directo. Y a ver si hay algo más ahora antes de que termine. Yo diría que no, porque ya dijeron todos los eventos. Igual dicen algunos cambios extras, no lo sé. O algún adelanto de la 2.8. Sumeru. Habrá que verlo. Lo descubriremos ahora mismo.
Wow, are we seriously at the end already? For real? That flew
Suscríbanse
by.
para no perderse todo lo que venga de
we
Genshin.
actually covered a lot of
Oh,
content
we
today.
definitely. You know, we did cover a lot, didn't we? And as usual, I gotta ask you guys, how did you like being on the special program?
Super
It was
fun.
No tiene pinta de que vaya a haber algo
great.
más.
I love my little chibi.
Pero nos vamos a quedar hasta el final igual. Por si
And I'm
acaso.
super excited to have gotten to give Yelan a formal introduction, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
And I'm really excited for people to meet KUKI.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many things coming.
Like the rhythm game.
The rhythm game?
Rhythm game.
Yes, and building a robot. I'm excited for.
Sí, yo
the
sigo choqueado por lo de
storyline as
armar un
well to
robot.
Of
see,
course.
you know, more of what is happening down there in the castle.
Está bien que hay maquinarias y
There's a
todo lo
lot
que quieras
going on
en,
down there.
en Genshin, pero esos robots
Yeah, I guess that is it for
como que no
today's
encajaban
special
mucho el diseño
program. Thanks for
con
watching,
la temática de
everybody,
Genshin,
and
pero
we'll see you all next time.
van a estar en la
Thanks,
tetera, así que
everyone.
tampoco importa mucho.
Bye, guys.
Y terminó el directo. Pero bueno, gente, cuéntenme ustedes qué les ha parecido. Para mí ha estado muy interesante, bastante bueno, todo el tema de personajes y demás cosas. Habrá que verlo en primera persona una vez llegue la versión, pero en términos generales me ha gustado bastante. Me llama mucho la atención. Tenemos que historia de Arconte, eventos de combate, que siempre están bien, la creación de un robot, que está, bueno, raro, pero curioso. Y también tenemos personajes nuevos, obviamente, que están muy bonitos los diseños y todos los movimientos y demás. Pero bueno, cuéntenme ustedes en los comentarios qué les ha parecido este directo, a qué le tienen ganas, a qué no le tienen ganas, qué esperan de esta versión. Y bueno, yo me voy a poner a grabar ahora lo que sería el video reaccionando al tráiler de la versión con las voces en japonés. Si quieren verlo, suscríbanse para no perdérselo ni bien lo suba, porque para todo otaku es satisfacción escuchar las voces en japonés y más con los subtítulos en español para entender lo que dicen. Así que nada, yo me despido y que tengan un increíble. Nos vemos en futuros videos. Suscríbanse para no perderse de nada. Chau y chau.
雨の日に雪の日穏やかな昼のひとときにも